Go watch their video, but basically this is what they're saying.
They're saying that Cody Ko and Noel Miller are like Nickelodeon. Drew and Danny are like Disney Channel. And Gus and Eddie are like the Cartoon Network.
Yeah, those are spot on.
And this is the extension of that. You can see these lines connect to, oh, what's that? Nick at Night, that's like Jarvis Johnson. Disney XD, that's like Curtis Connor. And Adult Swim, that's like Nakey Jakey. All extensions of this.
Oh, nice. I hadn't even thought of that. He nailed it.
Now, of course, Scott Cramer, he's gonna be PBS.
My family didn't have cable or internet until I was 12 or 13, so I watched a lot of public television. Baddies don't bust it down on Cyber Chase. Oh dear. I mean, PBS is cool. PBS is cool. Dragon Tales? Lit. Zaboomafoo? Reading Rainbow? Give me a break! Classics! Okay, yeah, Scott is PBS. I can live with that. It's also likable.
Don't do that, Rosie! That's mine! Grandma!
I'm gonna need a glass of wine. Today is my birthday, Sunday, not Friday when the video is posted. So if you didn't wish me happy birthday, you're fake. But yeah, just kind of celebrating my inability to become a clown now. Come on, Louie. There he goes. All right, you were close. Come on, Louie. There. All right. Anyway, in my dog eat dog video, I said, I like doing the game show / reality show type stuff. People send me suggestions all the time. I'm kind of bad about that. I usually just like to go with my own ideas, but hey, if you have a really good idea, feel free to send it to me. And gosh darn it, this time I'm actually gonna use some of those suggestions. I wanna take a look at 5 of the shows you guys sent me over the last couple of weeks. I hadn't ever heard of any of these actually, so I'm just gonna give my initial thoughts on them. And then I'm gonna give it a Doug score, meaning I'm gonna rank them. I'll score and rank the shows. Big Heads. What the hell is this nightmare fuel, huh? This was a British show that was on in 2017, and according to the Wikipedia page, the show was canceled after just 1 series. Devastating and shocking. I'm sure you'll agree.
Are you ready?
What is this unholy monstrosity? Donald? Cumberbatch? T-Swizzle?
So the boys all step up for a first run at those doors.
But none of them judge the speed of the carpet, cum stains and confused.
Why am I looking at this? I don't deserve this.
Cumberbatch is persistent. He's defying gravity here.
But he's down!
Well, these people are less coordinated than a baby giraffe. I get that the spongy treadmill is awkward, but come on, Cumberbatch, put some effort into it. Play it firmly with your dominant leg and adjust accordingly, dude. You're embarrassing yourself.
Alice, what's her chance?
But Benedict has other ideas.
Oh!
Here we go. Come on, Taylor.
Oh!
So as you can see, the show is kind of like Wipeout, but they decided to make it extraordinarily unpleasant to look at for some reason. Okay, confession. I didn't even like watching Jimmy Neutron as a kid because everybody was so ugly. I didn't like looking at them. Don't even get me started on Mr. Meaty. Oh, Lord help me.
In this game is about dodging those swinging microphones.
Oh, it's not easy until it gets knocked back to the start.
Balls. Oh my goodness, who'd have thought? Ladies man, Russell Brand and Queen Victoria. It's all about getting to the set first.
Oh, look at that! Straight over the top between Elton and Trump.
So the whole show was just contestants dressed up in these disgusting celebrity heads and doing like the same 5 challenges over and over until, spoiler alert, in case you're just dying to watch this yourself, the guy dressed up as Will.i.am won the whole thing. And what? Will.i.am? What? 40 contestants total, literally all of human history to choose from in terms of recognizable faces, and the winning character was Will.i.am from the Black Eyed Peas. That seems silly. Surely they could have found a more recognizable face to use than Will.i.am, is what I used to think until I found this article from thegayuk.com, which clarifies that Will.i.am is in fact quite famous over there due to him being on The Voice UK. So I stand corrected. Thank you, thegayuk.com. Every episode ended with a parody song from one of the big head celebrities, and they make me very unhappy.
You went all the way. You outsmarted Albert Einstein. Well, it's been such a long, long day since you won that photo finish.
'Cause there's nothing gonna stop you, no, 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 no. You're just gonna watch you go, 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 go. See your little legs go, whoa, 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 whoa. Now you won the trophy like you knew you would.
This is a sin. God will not look favorably upon these people. The show isn't charming. It's despicable. Who's responsible for this? Let's see. There. These men right here. Officer?
I'm Tim Simpson, and I'm the creative director of Plunge Creations.
Tim Simpson 2. Walk the green mile, buddy. Anyway, thank goodness it was canceled after just one season. 3 out of 10. Just watch Wipeout instead. Anyway, next show. Mad Madhouse is less of a game show and more of a reality competition show, like Big Brother type of thing, the living in a house with strangers, long-term type of vibe. But the kicker here is that 5 of the contestants are... What am I allowed to say? They call them alts because they live alternative lifestyles. So it's hard to describe them all as one group because they're all very different. You'll see what I'm talking about. One is a vampire, shout out Widow. One is a witch, shout out Sabrina. One is a modern primitive, shout out Chris Angel, I guess. One is a voodoo priestess, shout out Mama Odie. And the last guy is a naturalist or nudist. Shout out my creepy neighbor Henry. And instead of like on Big Brother or Survivor, all of the contestants voting for who goes home every time, only the 5 alts get to choose.
To be a vampire is to be in touch with the darker side of nature. I feed upon people's energy by drinking their blood.
So, you know, if you're a closed-minded boomer and you don't think it's chill for Count Von Abercrombie to suck down a glass of your own negative, they might send you home.
Let's head back to the house.
Kelly was very upset after the bloodbath.
Oh, you don't say. Actually, let's tune into this blood drinking ceremony. See if I'm just being a baby about it. Maybe it's cool. I don't know.
I'm gonna get back into more of the things that you guys are probably expecting out of me. Things like bloodletting.
How about we let that blood stay in my body, Don? How do you feel about that?
Things like energy manipulation. So if anybody would like to step forward within our circle here, please do so now. Now, don't take this lightly.
I hate how vague they're being about it. He's not going into any detail. None of them really know what the heck he's gonna do. He's just like, all right, you know how I like to suck people's blood and stuff. Who wants to volunteer for my little demonstration?
I have with me today, Gina and Thrax.
I'm sorry, Gina and who?
And Thrax.
Thrax? Is that what he said? Just to reiterate, the vampires' names are Don, Gina, and Thrax.
Would anybody be willing to actually step up and be drained completely?
Drained completely? You know what? I'm gonna pass. I think I'll pass. Call me a boomer. Yeah, I don't think I'm chill with that. I don't think I want to be drained completely, Don.
Just relax. Just relax, seriously.
Your hands are freezing! Did he just choke him out? There's 3 likely scenarios here. Either 1, he choked him out. 2, this guy is just playing along because he doesn't want to get voted out. Or 3, the vampire just sucked the man dry of all of his energy. And frankly, I don't know which one I hope is true.
Go grab me a soda, please.
Orange Fanta. No! Diet Dr. Pibb.
My leg from the kneecap down was a little wobbly, and it took me a little bit to kind of get back up.
Here, why don't you go sit down over here? Come here.
Okay.
How about we allude to another subject? The subject of blood. My favorite.
Yeah, okay. Calm down. Calm down, dude. Making everybody a little uncomfortable. I can see you have very pointy teeth. Not sure how that happened. But maybe we don't, maybe we just chill out for a second. Maybe we relax.
Tonight, you guys are going to be witnessing what we call a bloodletting. I am going to be ingesting actual human blood.
Please don't. No, please don't. Don't do that.
You're gonna see a whole new me for at least a couple days. That's how much at least the charge will last, really.
Nope, blurring that out.
Now, basically what I'm gonna do is I should just squirt it on the side there, like this. Oh, rich and creamy. Yes, that's real.
Yeah, get it out of my face, bro.
Now, I do not suggest this for anybody because a normal person basically would actually vomit this up.
I, as you can clearly tell, am not a normal person.
The moment that I was drinking of blood, I was actually gaining the feeling that Gina was feeling.
Don. Why? What else happened? There's a lot of other people on this show. I want to see what else goes on here.
The other day, there was Art laying out buck nude. Today, Avocado and Art were both out there nude bathing. You know, so now they were double teaming up on me.
Right here.
I didn't say I would lay down.
Right here.
I didn't say I would lay down nude right between you.
No.
Let me ask you this, Tim. For $100,000, would you lay out here naked with us?
Yeah, that means yes.
You sound like a Hollywood producer right now. Maybe tone down the predator language a little bit, thanks. Yeah, man, you don't gotta suntan your f***ing balls with us, but we also don't have to give you $100 grand. Sorry, buddy, I don't make the rules, man.
You will find the light that will lead you to finding that inner beauty within yourself.
She's actually physically pouting. I don't think I've ever seen anybody who's not 4 years old pout. Look at this. What is going through her head right now? This isn't fair. I don't want to go.
Oh, I put a seatbelt on for safety.
Even the undead wear seatbelts.
Yeah, you're not undead. You're still just a regular human, but yeah, for sure.
How you doing?
I think some people are staring at Art and Don just because of the way they looked a little different.
No. What? That couldn't. There's no.
Oh, you're checking on the sodium. That's skyrocketing.
50% of your daily total.
That's way too much.
That man was completely unfazed. They're just like really hoping people will be like, look at those freaks. Find some with a lot of sodium. Just trying to buy groceries.
Well, you have all sorts of devil signals. This is a devil, in case you're interested.
But you don't know what's inside my heart, do you?
Do you have a heart?
Of course I do.
I have a heart. I cannot say the same for Don. He is in fact undead. Isn't there like a no shirt, no shoes, no service rule at most grocery stores? He's got his pierced nipples just hanging out in the open.
Do we have enough pasta?
After all the weird stuff I've seen Don do, hearing him so casually ask, do we have enough pasta?
Do we have enough pasta?
Okay, all right, that took a turn, so. I'll be honest, not my cup of tea. I prefer to be firmly planted on the ground, thanks. You know, just right down here is nice. This is good for me. No hooks, no ropes involved, just me and good old Earth. So anyway, here's the thing. I'm not really too sure about the things that these guys do in their private lives, but also they really seem like very decent and pleasant people to be around outside of the drinking blood in a dungeon type of stuff. So I don't know. The show as a whole seems pretty interesting. There's definitely a lot of stuff thrown in seemingly just for shock value. I think the main thing they want you to take away from it is like, try to be open-minded about what other people are into, something like that. Which, yeah, that's chill. In terms of entertainment, I could probably watch the whole show and not be bored, so that's good. Every episode is on YouTube, that's a plus. I'll probably say 7 out of 10 on the initial impression, 7.5 if it was a little less spooky. So yeah, seems like a pretty cool show. I might actually go back and watch it. On that note, though, let's try something a little more lighthearted.
Picture this. You're on a blind date, and it just ain't happening. Don't you wish you could just push a button and make them disappear?
Well, now you can. On Buzz!
Buzz was a speed dating show that was on in 1996, and oh my gosh, that's the year I was born! And that's all I know about it. So let's dive in and see what it's all about.
Welcome to Buzz! All right, I just gotta tell you, we are getting tons of your emails, and we want to say thank you. We're trying to answer all of them. There's so many of them that it's unbelievable. And I'm wondering, you guys spend a lot of time in front of your TV and in front of your computers. Get out, get some fresh air! But keep the emails coming.
You freaking goobers? What do you spend all day watching YouTube videos? Why don't you go to the park or something? Have a picnic. Smash that motherfucking like button though. And actually, wait, no, please don't go to the park. Please keep watching my videos. This is how I make money.
I'm Amanda. I'm a college student at Loyola Marymount. I collect matchbooks to document all the places I've been. Unfortunately, my last matchbook came from the Heartbreak Hotel.
What happened?
I found out the whole time he was cheating on me. So I am here to find a new guy.
Oh, right. So you kept the matchbook, though, to remember this? You kept the matchbook?
Oh, I have several matchbooks with him, definitely.
I see. All right.
No, I just burned them all.
All right, what is it then, Amanda? Do you have the matchbooks or don't you? You're sending me very mixed signals right now.
Come on out. Say hi to Amanda.
Hi, Amanda. I'm Ryan from Dallas, Oregon. I'm rough and rugged, but I'm also sensitive. Since I was raised on my parents' Christmas tree farm, I know what it's like to be cut down, dragged through the mud, and tossed out after 2 weeks.
Good Lord, Ryan. You all right, buddy?
Aww. Believe me, baby, I'll never do that to you.
Man, you'll never cut her down, drag her through the mud, and throw her out after 2 weeks? Pfft, what a gentleman. And they say chivalry is dead.
Ryan, you seem pretty sensitive. What would you do if you caught me flirting with your friends?
Well, Ashley, I'd probably march on out to my parents' tree farm, find the biggest, prettiest axe they have, and chop your slimy head off. So it seems like the way the show works is there's 4 guys initially, and you have to eliminate one right away before you meet any of them. And then you get 2 minutes to speed date the remaining 3. And if you choose one of them, you get to take them on a date. And if you choose none of them, then you have to take the guy that you initially eliminated.
What are a couple things you're really fussy about?
Fussy?
Fussy, like in maybe relationships or in everyday...
Pretentiousness is a bad thing. If you're into yourself too much, I just can't deal with that. I need a girl who's gonna care about me a little bit.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think my biggest deal breaker is just people who are like really full of themselves and don't really care about others. Boring. Bye.
Describe in detail the bachelor party that you would have before you get married.
In detail, the bachelor party I would have before I get married would have to include at least 3 of the most beautiful women I have ever seen, besides the person that I'm gonna be with for the rest of my life.
Dude, what the hell? I can't... What did that even... What did you mean by that? It would have to include the 3 most beautiful women I've ever seen. I'm very particular about that. Not 2, not 4, but 3. I thought maybe he was gonna try to save it and be like, and those 3 women are my mother, my sister, and my wonderful grandmother. But he didn't do that, so I really think he was just talking about getting 3 really hot strippers.
Why do you think blondes have a reputation for being dumb?
Underestimated.
Underestimated.
Blondes are always underestimated.
So, have you ever known a dumb blonde?
Oh, of course.
Of course? Well, have you ever met a dumb brunette?
Oh, yeah, a lot of them. More than blondes.
More than blondes.
This guy knows a lot of dummies with brown hair? That's what I'm talking about, baby! Take me away! So now that she picked Derek, they play a game to see how compatible they are. And then they can win some money as well.
All right, every matching answer is worth $100. If you get all 5 right, you will win $1,000. Accept the challenge or reject the challenge. Become president of the United States.
I'd rather die.
Then that's not a match. Go back and live your life all over again.
I'd rather die. No, I'm kidding. I've thought about that a lot. Like, would it be better to start over with your current brain and all the memories and skills you've learned? Or would it be better to just start over completely blank and not actually realize you're starting over? Is that the plot to The Matrix? I've never seen it. Because I don't want to do everything over again. I get bored when I die in a video game and have to redo 2 minutes worth of gameplay. Like, I've already done this. I'm wasting time. I'm bored. So yeah, I think I'd rather just not relive my life. It's been pretty good so far. I don't need to do any of it over. Anyway, we're talking about a dating show or something? Where were we?
Accept the challenge, reject the challenge, give up sex for 1 year for $10,000.
Weak.
Hi, Scott. I'm Kathleen. I'm a jet skier, a Greek folk dancer, and a child care specialist.
I like Greek food. Can you show me some of your Greek dancing?
Sure.
Wow. That's talent. Okay, I don't think I need to watch any more of this show. It's just the same thing over and over.
How would you rate your current love life on a report card?
Probably a C.
A C? Why?
Yeah, just average. I haven't had much luck lately.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
There aren't even any gimmicks. Usually there's something to differentiate these shows from each other, but this really is just like asking questions and then buzzing people you don't like, which actually buzzing people you don't like in the real world would be an incredible thing to do. Yeah, I've just been really stressed about work lately. I haven't really found much time just for me, you know? Oh, you are such an Aries. Oh my God. But I think the show is kind of boring and I wouldn't watch it again. 2 out of 10, moving on. Killer Karaoke. This show must have been a gargantuan flop on TV because I've never even heard of it. I've never seen commercials for it. I've never seen any clips of it online, despite some of them having just a ridiculous amount of views. And Steve-O was the host, but I don't think I've ever even heard him bring it up. Looks like it was on in 2012 and 2013, and apparently Mark McGrath hosted season 2. What is this show?
You're gonna be reaching and peeking into holes looking for balls. And if you can pull them out, that would make me very happy. Now, whatever happens, do not stop singing. Yes, sir.
Okay, so it looks like they just have to sing a song while they're doing some kind of goofy task.
Right now, he's probably
That cannot be good for your throat. Holy smokes, man. You're gonna shred your vocal cords doing that. Is this one of those shows where they think loud equals funny? Because I can't, I would have to imagine the casting process to get on this show was just like, hey, why don't you scream as loud as you can for like a minute straight? Yeah, this actually makes me angry. Let's watch a different segment. Maybe that one was just like weirdly bad.
I can't stop this feeling deep inside of me.
Something gives me the impression that this show was on, let me see what channel it was on. Yeah, it was on True TV. So it was like aimed at an adult audience, but the content is something that a kid would like. This type of show should have been on like Disney XD or something. I'm actually shocked it made it more than one season because this is like the least enjoyable show ever. The overreactions are like driving me insane. They're also pretty lenient on the whole, you have to sing the whole time. Because, I mean, obviously it's better for the show if they're just like screeching for some reason, I guess. Really, their only rule was like, you gotta sing the whole time no matter what. And nobody's following that rule.
And whatever happens, do not stop singing.
What is it?
And anytime a network or studio tries to like rein Steve-O in and make him act even a little bit professional, it always seems off. Something's just unnatural about it. Also, it must have been so expensive for the show to license out the tracks that they were using. It's not cheap to use music on TV. Overall, I don't know. 2 out of 10? I'd rather watch Big Heads. It's less irritating. Okay, moving on. Here's the one that I think is the craziest of all of them, in my opinion. I saved it for last for a reason. 2003's Are You Hot?
We don't care if you can dance, sing, or tell jokes. All we want to know is one thing. Are you hot?
YouTube when they're picking who should be on the trending page.
No detail will go overlooked, and no criticism will be left unsaid. So let's get started by meeting our experts. Fashion designer to the stars, Randolph Duke.
Randolph Duke? That is an incredible name. You could get away with murder with that name. Randolph Duke. Sounds like a guy who owns a bunch of overseas casinos and robs banks in his free time.
Supermodel Rachel Hunter. And international heartthrob Lorenzo Lamas.
Okay, what the frick? Lorenzo Lamas? Who are these people? Rachel Hunter almost sounds like a fake name sitting in between these two. So here's what happens. In the first round, the judges simply decide, are you hot or are you not? What a job, right? People do that for free on Tinder every day. These people are getting paid.
A 20-year-old city employee from Yonkers, New York, Nick Zaccateria.
First off, digging the strut. Very natural, very subtle. Second, Nick Zaccateria?
And the verdict on Nick?
He's hot.
Not.
All right, f me then, I suppose.
An 18-year-old landscaper from Champlin, Minnesota, Bobby Blansky.
Okay, well, he looks pretty much exactly like Nick, so I guess not hot?
Hot!
I hate everything.
Not worth it, you know? Not worth working up. Spending all that time and energy and for nothing just to get this.
These three people I've never heard of before don't think I'm hot. I may as well just tie a brick to my foot and sink to the bottom of the ocean. They get their group of people that the judges have decided are in fact hot because everybody else is ugly as hell. And then they have them come back out in their swimsuits. So, way ahead of you guys. And they go more in depth with their scoring.
You're gonna need to firm that body up just a little bit. I know you guys like these voluptuous packages, but I saw a little too much jiggle.
Those teeth are too big. Hey, I just
How
think
about
they're
some
too
scores,
big.
Randolph?
I think
Face,
the face
body?
is a 7.5 I deducted for the teeth. The body, I'm sorry, I gave her a 7.5. She needed to firm it up just a little bit. Overall sex appeal, though, a 9. She's a sexy woman.
Saved it with that one, didn't you, Randolph? Pretty average in the face, got a gnarly smile though. Body is grotesque, barely above average, but I would smash though.
You've got a great sultry look, as Randolph said. There's something that's just a little bit off with it, whether it's a little hard. I'm not quite sure, so I give you a 5 on the face.
What the f? There's just something I really don't like about your face, you know? 5 out of 10. I don't even know what it is. I just don't like it. 5 out of 10. I don't know.
The body, I give a 4, but... Oh, give me a break.
Oh, I'm sorry. You disagree? Go f yourself.
I think you've got great eyes. You've got great face, so I'll give you a 9 there. Your body, I give a 5.
That's a 5? I mean, yeah, dude. Totally. I could look like that. If I wanted to, but I don't. That's not a good body. Bad body, in fact.
Randolph?
And I thought the chicks had big hooters in this show. I mean, this is...
Oh, damn it.
This is big.
Leave my guy Sean alone. He worked hard for those.
Face me. Okay. Put your heels together for me, Carrie, will you?
Here we go.
Okay.
Wait, Lorenzo, what do you have there?
I got a tip for you.
Did this man just bust out the laser pointer? Lamas, where the hell do you get off?
You got a 9.5 on the body for me because at some point between the hip and the knee, your legs have to touch.
It's funny because it just shows how subjective and always shifting hotness is, because I remember being in high school when every girl was obsessed over having a thigh gap. And now Lorenzo is saying it's an absolute no. Actually, speaking of things that go in and out of style, let me just get my laser pointer here. Lorenzo, what is this right here? What do we got going on there? Are you playing laser tag later? What the hell is this?
The attitude needs to improve. You need to come out here and own the stage to get that sex appeal higher. So about 7.0 on the sex appeal.
Oh, that's ridiculous. Am I right, audience? He's wrong, right, guys? You don't agree with that. Am I right, folks?
Some of the guys up there have been like too pretty.
Rachel, I hear you don't like pretty faces. Well, how do you handle your own?
Sex appeal is 2.
Rachel, you're very pretty. I would throw up if I had to see you naked. Okay.
Good face, right? Good face. The body's okay. It's an average body.
Yeah, dude. That's like so average. Oh, my body? Yeah, much better looking than this schlub. That's for sure. What's that? Take my shirt off? Yeah, okay, sure. How do you like them apples, huh?
Who will be eliminated and which 4 men and 4 women have earned the right to face America's vote? Let's find out. Jonathan Weber. You are hot. Congratulations. Carrie Jedlicki. You are hot.
It feels terrible to not win. I hate losing. I'm not a loser. I hate losing.
I'm still wondering why I was cut.
This is so weird because these people signed up to be on a show where specifically they were going to be judged on their appearance. So like, can you feel sorry for them? This is what they asked for. They didn't need to come on the show. It's not like the judges are pulling up pictures of random people and doing this without them knowing. I don't know. It's just weird. I still feel kind of bad. Here's what it is. I think I feel bad that these people put so much energy into caring what other people think about their hotness.
Even the guys were saying, you know, that I had the best body and stuff.
Like, it clearly really matters to some of these contestants. I feel like as long as you're clean, you know, and you brush your teeth, you're fine. Anyway, this may be a controversial opinion, but I'm gonna give the premise of the show an 8.4. The execution, 6.6, and then the overall viewing experience, I'm gonna give a 9 out of 10. For a total score of 8 out of 10. This show is freaking hot. We can all sit here and pretend that we're so much better than these people, but I know that if the show was on and you were watching it, you'd be playing right along. You make me sick. So anyway, there you have it. 5 crazy competition shows. This just goes to show you that it's not as easy to make a good show as you think it is. Like, there are way more big heads and killer karaokes than there are survivors and guys' grocery games. For every good show, there's like 50 terrible ones, and this kind of made me appreciate the good ones. But anyway, that's all I got for you this time. Thank you so much for liking and commenting and subscribing, all that good stuff. It helps me out a lot. If you want to follow me on Instagram or Twitter, the links are in the description, as well as my Patreon. And speaking of Patreon, those that are listed here are in my top tier on Patreon, and guys, you are 10s across the board. All right, thanks for watching. I'm gonna go do 1,000 push-ups because my body, although it is perfect and highly above average, there's always room for improvement. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys again very soon. Goodbye.